I welcome all of you for this lecture series. We are in lecture 7. The ultimate objective for this lecture is mainly focused on convective mass transfer. In this lecture, first we have to discuss about what is meant for convective mass transfer. Then we move on to the various non-dimensional parameters used in this analysis. Further, we have to discuss the various correlations which are related to convective mass transfer. Then with the help of these correlations, we have to solve the problems in convective mass transfer. Let's start. In the last session, we are discussing about diffusive mass transfer. So the diffusive mass transfer is very much similar to conduction heat transfer. So in the same way, the convective mass transfer is also similar with or identical with convective heat transfer. How the convective heat transfer will happen? The convective heat transfer occurs due to the temperature difference between solid surface to adjacent moving fluid. In the same way, the convective mass transfer also happens due to the concentration difference between solid surface to adjacent moving fluid. There are two types of convective mass transfers are there. One is called free convective mass transfer. In free convective mass transfer, the fluid motion happens due to density difference or the buoyancy forces. The evaporation of ether or petrol are the examples for convective mass transfer, that is free convective mass transfer. The next type is forced convective mass transfer. Here in this type of mass transfer, the fluid motion creates or happens with the help of external aids. The example for forced convective mass transfer are the water evaporation in the cooling tower and the water evaporation from the sea are the few examples for forced convective mass transfer. Again, further the forced convective mass transfer are classified into two types. One is called laminar type forced convective mass transfer, another one is turbulent type. In laminar type, the fluid motion is in streamlined manner. In turbulent flow, it is in eddy formulation. So in turbulent flow, due to the formulation of eddies, higher rate of mass transfer will occurs. Further, to calculate the convective mass transfer, the formula is MA is equal to HM into delta CA. Here MA will represent mass flux, HM will represent convective mass transfer coefficient, delta CA is represents the difference in concentration. This is very much identical to our Newton's law of cooling. In Newton's law of cooling, it will represent the basic law for convective heat transfer. How we can write the Newton's law of cooling? That is Q is equal to H into delta T. So the same way, Q is replaced by here by MA. The convective heat transfer is replaced by convective mass transfer coefficient. Delta T is replaced by delta CA. Now, to solve the problems in convective mass transfer, we have to find this value, that is the convective mass transfer coefficient. So to evaluate the convective mass transfer coefficient, we must know the various correlations. Those correlations consist of various non-dimensional numbers. Now I have to introduce various non-dimensional numbers which are used to solve the convective heat transfer problems. So the first one is Reynolds number. We already know about Reynolds number. So what is Reynolds number? It is the ratio between inertia force to viscous force. So the formula for finding the Reynolds number is Ux by nu. Here x will, if you substitute x, you can able to find the Reynolds number for flat plate. If you substitute d, you can find the Reynolds number for cylindrical surfaces. The second parameter is Schmidt number. The Schmidt number will connect the relationship between the velocity and concentration profiles. The formula for finding the Schmidt number is nu by d. Nu means kinematic viscosity, d means diffusion coefficient. Schmidt number can be defined as molecular. It is the ratio between molecular diffusivity of momentum to molecular diffusivity of mass. Now we move on to what is meant for Sherwood number. So Sherwood number means it is the ratio of concentration gradients at the boundary. So the Sherwood number is found out with the help of the formula, that is HMX divided by D. This is convective mass transfer coefficient. X is the length D will represent diffusion coefficient. The Sherwood number is very much identical to Nusselt number in our heat transfer problems. So the Sherwood number can be calculated with the help of the correlations as a function of Reynolds number and Schmidt number. The next we have to know about Lewis number. So Lewis number gives the link between temperature and concentration profiles. The formula for finding the Lewis number is alpha by D. Alpha means thermal diffusivity, D means diffusion coefficient. Now we move on to convective mass transfer over a plate. To explaining the concept of convective mass transfer over a plate, consider a plate filled with species A. When the air is flowing over the plate, so if the air flows over the plate, what happens? Due to the concentration difference, the convective mass transfer happens between the plate to the air. So during the time, the boundary layer will be formed. The boundary layer thickness is up to where the concentration is 99% of free stream concentration. So up to the thickness is called convective mass transfer boundary layer thickness. It is represented by the symbol delta C. Now we have to solve the problems for evaluating the convective mass transfer rate, and also we have to evaluate convective mass transfer coefficient. So for the purpose, the procedure is given in this slide. So as per the procedure, first step for solving the convective mass transfer problems when the air is or any other fluid flows over a plate, first we have to find the Reynolds number. The formula for finding the Reynolds number is Ux by nu. Here x will represent length of the plate. Then if the Reynolds number is less than 5 into 10 power 5, the flow is laminar. If the Reynolds number is greater than 5 into 10 power 5, then the flow is called turbulent. So it is very much similar to what we worked in our convective heat transfer problem. After calculating the Reynolds number, the second step is we have to go with Schmidt number. So to find the Schmidt number, the formula is nu by D. Here nu is calculated for air from the HMT data book for the particular temperature given in the problem. So after finding the Schmidt number, the third step is we have to go for finding Sherwood number. So for finding the Sherwood number of a flat plate, the correlations are available in HMT data book. So depending upon the publishing edition, the page number may vary. In my data book, it is available at 157. So the local Sherwood number correlation is 0.332 into Reynolds number to the power of 0.5 and Schmidt number to the power of 0.33. To find the average Sherwood number, so this is the correlation we have to use. This is for laminar condition. So for turbulent conditions, suppose the Reynolds number is greater than 5 into 10 power 5. For turbulent conditions, so we have to use this correlation and find the Sherwood number. After finding the Sherwood number, we can substitute in this equation. What is Sherwood number? Hmx divided by D. We can able to find Hm. After finding the Hm, we can able to find the mass flux during the convective mass transfer. So this is the procedure for solving the problem when a fluid flows over a flat plate. Now we move on to the problem for based on this concept. So we consider this problem: the dry air at 27 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure flows over a wet plate of 50 cm long at velocity of 50 meter per second. Calculate the mass transfer coefficient of water vapor in air at the end of the plate. So they ask the dry air is at 27 degrees Celsius, it flows at 1 atmospheric pressure. The flat plate have a 50 centimeter long. The air velocity is given as 50 meter per second. They ask to find calculate the convective mass transfer coefficient. Okay, so this is the given data we list out it here. So this is the thing we have to find. So our first step, what is our first step? We have to find Reynolds number. So if you want to know Reynolds number, we must know the kinematic viscosity. So here the temperature is 27. For the temperature, we have to take the data from HMT data book, that is nu, that is kinematic viscosity, that is 27 into 10 power minus 6 meter square per second. So after evaluating this kinematic viscosity, substitute in the formula of Reynolds number, we can find the Reynolds number value. After finding the Reynolds number value, we have to check whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. So here the Reynolds number value is less than 10 power 5, 5 into 10 power 5. So the flow is laminar. So we should take the correlation, that is average. Here we have to find the convective heat transfer coefficient for convective mass transfer coefficient for entire length of the plate. So the correlation is average correlation, that is 0.664 into Reynolds number to the power of 0.5 and Schmidt number to the power of 0.33. So now substitute the value of Reynolds number and Schmidt number here. So we have to find the Schmidt number. The Schmidt number is unknown here. So how to find Schmidt number? That is nu by DAB. So how to, we don't know DAB, that is diffusion coefficient is not given in the problem. So once again we go for data book, HMT data book. In HMT data book, for water air combination at 27 degrees Celsius, we have to find this data. So after finding the Schmidt number, now we have to find the Sherwood number. So now substitute there, we find out the Sherwood number. After finding the Sherwood number, we have to substitute. What is the formula for Sherwood number? HML by DAB. So we already know Sherwood number. So from the Sherwood number, we are finding the convective mass transfer coefficient of the water vapor. So that's it about the problem number 1. Now we move on to another problem, that is air at 20 degrees Celsius and the air properties are given here. Flows over a tray. The tray dimensions are given here. Full of filled with water with a velocity of 2.8 meter per second. The total pressure of moving air is 1 atmospheric and the partial pressure of water present in the air is 0.0658 bar. If the temperature of the water surface is 15 degrees Celsius, calculate the rate of evaporation. So we have a tray. The tray dimensions are given. The tray is filled with water. Then the air is passing over the water. Its velocity is 2.8 meter per second. The partial pressure of water vapor in the air is 0.00658 bar. They are asked to find what is the evaporation rate. So the velocity is given. So the problem comes under the category of forced convective mass transfer. So first we have to find the convective mass transfer coefficient. Then we have to do it. So we have to write the given data, the fluid temperature, velocity, flow direction. So that is to be taken as x. Okay, we consider the 32 centimeter, that is length is taken as x. Then the area is calculated. Then we have to evaluate the partial pressure of the water vapor is given here, that is 0.0068 Newton per meter square into 10 power 5. Then the water surface temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. So we have to find the evaporation rate. To evaluate the evaporation rate, first you have to evaluate the convective mass transfer coefficient. So how to evaluate convective mass transfer coefficient? So first we have to find the properties. So first we have to find the properties of nu, then substitute in the Reynolds number, find the value of Reynolds number. So the Reynolds number value is less than 5 into 10 power 5. So the this problem comes under the category of laminar. Once again we did for average, not for local. So we take the correlation, that is 0.664 into Reynolds number to the power of 0.5 and Schmidt number to the power of 0.33. So after doing this, we don't know Schmidt number here. So we have to evaluate Schmidt number. So for evaluating the Schmidt number, nu by DAB. Nu we already know, DAB that is given. So if you substitute nu and DAB, we find the Schmidt number. After finding the Schmidt number, substitute Schmidt number and Reynolds number in the Sherwood number formula. We find out a Sherwood number, that is 115.37. After finding the Sherwood number, we can substitute the Sherwood number in Sherwood number formula, that is HML by DAB. So we know that this is the thing, it is called, that is called convective mass transfer coefficient. Now this is not end of the problem. They ask the evaporation rate. Then the system is operated at partial pressure. So this term is recalculated for the partial pressure. So how to recalculate means HMP, this is the original value at the particular partial pressure, that is equal to HM by RT into W. So substitute here, so you will get the new value of convective mass transfer coefficient. Then after finding that, we have to find the partial pressure of water vapor at that condition, that is PW1 is equal to 0.017 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. So it is also, if you want accurate value means you can go for steam table and evaluate this value for 15 degrees Celsius. What is the saturated pressure? Now we know PW1, PW2 is given in the problem itself. So PW1 is formulated based on the temperature, PW2 is given in the problem, area we know, HMP is convective mass transfer coefficient. For particular partial pressure, it is also evaluated. So at this condition, this is the evaporation rate of water vapor, that is 2.66 into 10 power minus 5 kilogram per second. Now we come to the end of problem 2. Now we move on to the next category of problems, that is convective mass transfer through pipes. So how to evaluate? The step 1, again Reynolds number. So after evaluating the Reynolds number, find the Reynolds number value is less than 2000 means take it as a laminar flow, it is greater than 2000 take it as a turbulent flow. After that, find schematic number. If you want schematic number, find the new value from HMT data book for the corresponding temperature. D value is diffusion coefficient, it is given in the problem or otherwise taken from HMT data book. Then find the Sherwood number. Here for all the problems for laminar flow condition, the Sherwood number is equal to 3.66. For turbulent flow conditions, the value is equal to 0.023 into Reynolds number to the power of 0.83 into schematic number to the power of 0.44. So after finding the schematic number, we can substitute the schematic number in schematic number formula. We can evaluate the convective mass transfer coefficient. Here small d will represent the diameter of the tube, capital D will represent the convective mass transfer coefficient. Now consider this problem. Air at 1 atmospheric pressure and 25 degrees Celsius containing small quantity of iodine flows with a velocity of 5.18 meter per second inside a 3.048 centimeter diameter of tube. Determine the mass transfer coefficient for iodine transfer from the gas stream to the wall surface if the Cm is the mean concentrate of iodine in kilogram mole per meter cube in air stream. Determine the rate of deposition of iodine on the tube surface where the iodine concentration is 0. Describe that there is a tube, the small quantity of iodinized air is passed over the tube. So the wall surface of the tube have a concentration of iodine is 0. The concentration in the air which contains iodine is Cm amount of iodine it contains. The unit is kilogram mole per meter cube. They ask how much amount may be deposited in the tube surface due to the concentration difference. So this problem comes under the category of convective mass transfer in flow through tubes. So how to solve this problem? So our first step, always we have to find the Reynolds number. So what is Reynolds number? Velocity into diameter by nu. So the nu, how we can able to find nu? For 25 degrees Celsius from the HMT data book, take that value. So after evaluating the nu, substitute the Reynolds number, you can find the Reynolds number. Okay. After finding the Reynolds number, we have to find the schematic number. So schematic number means nu by d. So we evaluate the schematic number. After finding the schematic number, we can go for Sherwood number. So in the Sherwood number, it contains k into d into d. So far we are used hm. Here I put km. Km or hm both are represents convective mass transfer coefficient. So after substituting here, that is Km is unknown parameter, d by d. So substitute here. Now you should equate this term into convective mass transfer correlation when it is flow through a tube. So if you equate these two equations, you will find out the value of convective mass transfer coefficient when the iodinized air flow into the pipe. So after flowing this, we have to find the rate of deposition. So how to find the rate of deposition means, again the formula is Na by A into Km into Cm into Cw. Here we don't know both the values, that is we don't know Cm value, Cw is 0. Here Cm will represent the mean iodinized concentration of air stream, that is not given, put as it is. But Cw is the iodine concentration in the wall, its value is 0. So put this value is 0, this value is as it is Cm. Now multiply all these terms. So what is the chance of iodine concentration may deposit in the wall is 1.224 into 10 power minus 2 into Cm, that is kilogram mole per meter square second. So now we completed problem based on convective mass transfer when it flows inside the tube. We come to end of lecture 7. So in this lecture we discussed about convective mass transfer and we solved some numerical problems based on this concept. I hope you all understand these things. Thank you for listening.